I think it's a very important part of the process of what we do. Like human beings, we always think in two ways, but I think we always tend towards the negative side of things, right? And because as human beings, comparison is a part of who we are. We most of the time detect what success is or failure is in respect to the other person. If you think about it, you wouldn't know that you are not good at something if you don't have something else to compare it to. And you wouldn't know you are bad at something if you don't have any other thing to compare it to. That's why parents always say, no, be this person go to the same school with you and got A's because they have something to compare it to. So we grew up from when we were kids to growing up secondary, nursery, secondary, primary, university, and we are always being compared to either someone. So when we compare ourselves to someone that is better than us, we find someone that we are better than, and we compare ourselves so that we feel better. Do you understand? So when it comes to success, it's the same thing. We feel that we could have done better. And that's because of someone else's, whether the person is doing better or the person is doing worse than us. But what I look at it is, in my head, I always say, let's define what this is. What is success to you? Right? Because right here, right now, in this life, success does not mean the same thing to everybody. Do you understand? Like, I always tell people that I know the amount that I need to survive in a year. And if I make that money on the 2nd of January of the year, I'm not working the entire year. But there is someone else that if he makes or she makes the same money in the 2nd of the year, will still go ahead to work the rest of the year because he wants to make more money. Do you understand? Because success to that person is something different entirely. Success to me is making enough money that I could live my life, take care of my family, and still have time for my family and have time to do the things that I love to do. So I'm not enslaved to the work. That's for me, that's success. It does not necessarily mean having bigger houses. Not that I don't want them, I do, but that's not how I want to really define what success is for me. And most of the time, I define my own success based on seasons. So every season of my life, I know what's most important to me. So I define my success based on that season. Right now, success to me is always being home and playing with my boy and my wife. That's success to me. Every other thing, I know they hear now. You people are saying rubbish. I can't hear it. Do you understand? And I'm not pressured by the photographer that is having more clients than me and the ones that's not having clients like I do. I'm not pressured by it because for the season, I've defined what that success is. So I'm not afraid because this fear doesn't come from you not achieving yours. This fear comes from you, how would I put it? Comparing your achievement to someone else. Because you said there are people that their work might not be as good as you, but they make more money than you. Now, so would the success be that they don't make the money again? So if they make less money, would that make you successful? Do you now say? So we can't be putting our definition of based on another person's performance. I don't care what you. So if, for example, my goal is to run a marathon, right? And my goal is to run, let's say, the 49 miles marathon in 2 hours. I don't care who won the marathon. I really do not care. Success is, did I do it in or under 2 hours? That's success for me. who took the gold medal, and I don't care. Do you understand? So I'm not worried about the performance of the next person. I'm really worried about my performance in response to what I had set as my success for that thing. Do you get it now? So let's define, even if you can't define it now, go back, define what this is for you at this season. Because there was a season you were in school. That was another season of your life. And there are different things that were most important per time. There's a different season now. You need to list what are the most important things in this season. Right? Because what are the most important things in this season? What are the expectations from me in this season? That's other people, like family expectations. And what is my own personal expectations of myself in this season? And then ask yourself, how can I then work towards them? Because the idea of whether I have failed or I have succeeded does not really hang on whether the next photographer bought a new house. I don't care. I really do not care. Or whether the next person bought the next camera. Bruh, I don't care. Do you understand? I'm fixated. And for me, personally, I have like an obsession for things. So once I define my subject, my success, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I'm obsessed to a point that I'm blinded to other things. I can't see it. I can't hear it. Like, noise. Everything some other people are saying, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm really figuring out how do I marry the expectations of family in this season, my own personal expectations, and now when I compare the two and think about what would success look like with the two of it. Do you understand? Because you need to think, like I said, think about life as season. So once someone is finished with school, what do they think? Look at my girl, they think, this girl should marry you. We are very practical here. So if that's what's the expectation, you need to rank family expectation. I'm telling you, you rank it. This is the most that they want out of this thing. This is what they want out of this thing. This is what they want out of this thing. Okay, me personally, what do I want out of this? The second one. And then you look at both of them. Oh, family says I should marry. Do I want to marry now? It might be in the list, it might not be number one, but it might be number one for them. So now we know that this is on the list too, from family that love me and me. Then we have a goal, success. So my goal, how I will now define that season will be, at the end of that season, if the season lasts for 10 years, at the end of that 10 years, did I get married? I don't bother about, did I do it on the first year of that season? I don't care. The goal is simple. That thing must be achieved in that cycle. I should buy a house. Family say, oh, you should get a job that pays her more money. So I don't see, so when they say the job, all I see is money. They will forget that they send you to school to go and do medical lab science, right? Because all they are seeking is this. So I now go to this other side. What can make me? Is it the medical lab science, MLS? Is it photography? Is it something else? I'm a very practical. When it comes to money, I don't care. Once it's legit, I'll do it for money. Because the goal is money. Do you understand? So you need to align those things. So that if your friend and you guys were together now has a husband and two kids, good for them. Oh, congrats to them. But I cannot judge my success based on their own. That's their business. I'm happy for them. It's good. I clap for them when I see them. But my eyes is on what I think that success is for me. Do you understand? But you need to be very clear on it. That way you don't allow that's when the fear will not come. Because once you don't define this, when this person now gets married, has kids, you don't have a boyfriend, fear now comes in. You're getting old. Yeah. Now you because you don't even have your eyes set on this one. Problem. This one, he just started photography yesterday, bought a new camera for 10 million. Me I've been doing for this number of years, I didn't even do. Because your eyes are not, you don't even know what the success looks like for you. So fear is now pumped by the achievements and the activities of other elements that is not really important to your life. So the question is, the fear whether you'll be successful. So if I ask you again, you wouldn't know until you fix this. And then, if at the end of the window, you don't do those things, then you can now say, oh, I failed. But at the end of the day, trying is not failure. Do you understand? Because no matter how old you are, right now, you can step out of doing photography and do some other thing, and it doesn't work in 10 years, and you still get back and do some other thing and it works, and you still not be 50. So what are we saying? Do you understand me? Like, you can still go ahead and put in 10 full years in another thing entirely. And let's just say it didn't work out. And you come back and do some other thing. And you still not be 50. So why the fear?